All right. So, welcome to well for me, the second untilit.works cipher of the day. I was actually getting some work done and I looked up. I'm like, "Oh, it's time to do these ciphers." It always seems like whenever you're like in the middle of doing something, something will come up like, "Oh, yeah." So, I'm working on some stuff and getting laundry done. That thing turns off really quickly. And so trying to get as much as I can done on this day, so I'm ready for the week. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be a busy week. I can feel it, and so I want to try to get as much stuff that I that I can in my powers out of the way, so I don't have to worry about it during the week. Pretty much. So that's why I have these untilit.works ciphers. Now I said ciphers because a cipher in terms of untilit.works are 3-hour blocks of time, right? And so I do two of these every, well, for me, Sunday, it could be a different time for you, but I do these every Sunday and 3-hour blocks, two of them. And so this is the second block. And each cipher, each 3-hour time block consists of two types of sessions. There's the work session and the break session. Depending on when you joined us, you may have been in the work session and then transition into this break session, or you may just be hopping in now and it's a break session. And saying that, you see the video of me talking. Below that, you see that you may need to click play to start the stream, because if you ever hop in to the site and it's in a break session mode, uh, the video won't play because browsers don't allow for auto playing videos with audio. So I may change that in the future, but we'll see. All right. What else? Yeah. So then below that, you also see that there's the open closed caption. And right now, I'm using the web speech recognition API to turn my speech into text. And hopefully, it's accurate and it will show up in the little space that shows up when you click open closed caption. All right. In the top right corner of the site, you'll see the menu section, and pay close attention to subscribe, because that is where you'll see all the upcoming ciphers that we have planned. Um, I may be traveling next week, so I may not be able to do any ciphers. And then I think I might be traveling again the following week, so I might not be able to do one then. But we're in what, April? But in May, I think I'll be good. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, so just keep an eye on that. You can actually subscribe and get notified when we go live. So yeah. All right. Below that, you will see that there's the add a clip and create a highlight video buttons. If there's anything that you ever found like kind of interesting during these break sessions, and you kind of like want to clip it out, you just hit add a clip, and that'll go back a few seconds and then create like a 5-second clip around that timestamp that you selected, and you get 5 of those. And then when you're ready, you click create a highlight video. And what that'll do is take the timestamps, have them in the like my back end, and it will go through, take the recorded video, uh, take out those timestamps, those clips, join them together, and then you'll be able to check them out where you can preview it, download it, and post it on Twitter or Instagram. And I'll talk about that later when we're in the work session. Cool. Uh, and then then we have a countdown timer counting down to when the next work session starts, and then you can join the room by clicking the button, and you can join the chat and ask questions if you so choose. All right, cool. So yeah, break sessions are kind of like the time where you've just spent like 45 minutes just focused on whatever it is that you're working on, and it's kind of a chance to like stretch out, take a break, let your mind rest, take a walk around something or what have you. You know what I mean? Just kind of be active. And yeah, that's that. I think that's everything here. Cool. Let me talk about the work session and show you all what that looks like and walk you around there. Which reminds me, I need to actually change something. Move this back up here. Cool. All right. Work session. So this is kind of like what the work session would look like. Your background may be different because it just randomly selected from a list of like options from an API I'm using. And so again, upper right hand corner, you have all the different menu options. On the upper left hand corner, we have a Bandcamp player. And I asked some talented producers that I know if they would submit music for any random projects I create, and they did. And so this player will play through that playlist. And so if you want to hear some music, just click play, and it's kind of like continuously play through the tracks. And if you hear a track you like, you can actually purchase it. Like I said, it's a Bandcamp player, so you can purchase the track. You can also share it. And then I have this thing here where if you want to help spread the word, you can click to send a tweet, and it'll help promote the artist. All right, cool. Towards the center of the page, we have the to-do section. This is where you put your tasks. Where it says add a task, you type your task in there, hit enter or the plus sign, it'll add it to this space in the center. Then you'll be able to edit, delete, and mark as complete your task. If you mark it as complete, it goes under done. You click done, you'll see a list of the tasks you completed. Now, once everything's all said and we're at the end, and you kind of like want to put a bow on everything, you can just click the Twitter icon, and now open up Twitter in a new browser with a list of all the things you got completed, like little green check marks next to them. I think that's kind of a cool way to like feel good, like, oh, I got some stuff done, feeling good, and I'm ready to start this week, knowing that I got some stuff done. And so, because I always hate like on a Monday, be like, oh, what happened to the weekend? Oh, there's so much I wanted to do and I didn't get done or what have you. You know what I mean? At least with this, you can feel pretty good, like, oh, at least I got something, And so that's the whole point of untilit.works. My fault. I'm putting on this new watch and I'm trying to get used to it. So I'm wearing it so I can get used to wearing a watch again. So it's pretty nice, except that it tells me that I'm pretty much stressed all the time, which is weird. Not so much now, so that's good. So trying to keep that stress thing down. But seeing the stress level go up stresses me out even more, right? So neither here nor there. All right, cool. So that is the to-do section. Then we have the countdown timer. That's counting down to when the next break session happens. We have view tutorials. So I have links to things like the Odin project and freecodecamp.org. So if you're new to programming, never done it before, and you kind of like want to get a taste of what it takes to do web development, I believe those two projects, those two courses or what have you, provide a pretty good overview from what I've seen and what people have told me. So there's that. But let's say you already know you want to do coding. So full disclosure, I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of that is like going over tutorials. And so I have some tutorials there. I'm always interested in feedback. So there's 3 tutorials. One is where you create an application where you put in a phone number. You put in your phone number in there. It's like a real world phone. You hit, I think it's call, and your real world phone will answer, like a little ring, and be able to answer and have a conversation back and forth. Pretty cool. Then there's the opposite where you get a virtual number, and in your application, you can dial that virtual number and pick up in your application and have a conversation. And then there's a third one where 2 users log into an application. One can call the other, and then you can have a conversation in the browser between both of them. Kind of amazing. So I got those up there too. Hako, which is help a coder / creator out. We'll talk about that soon because I have another presentation for that. And then show and tell sign up. So if there's something that you found interesting during the week or something you're working on, you can sign up, come on here, talk about it. It's like a lightning talk, 5 to 10 minutes, talk about whatever it is. And yeah, that's that. And now remember that video that you created that you want to highlight video of. The status will initially say submitted. And then once it's done creating the highlight clip, it will say status done. And then there'll be a view button where you'll be able to preview the video, download it, and do a tweet with it. Like click a link, open up Twitter. And now sometimes Twitter will show your preview video as the preview for the link. But sometimes it doesn't. So I've just been attaching the video that I download. I post to Instagram as well. I attach that to the tweet so that I know that the video will be there for people to check out when they see the tweet. All right, so that's that. Cool. Now let's talk about Hako. Again, Hako stands for Help a Coder / Creator Out. And it's a thing I made to where a person who's working on something, if they get stuck or maybe want feedback on something, it's a way of them being able to create a room with a link, and you can share that link, and then other people can join your room. And my hope is that together, you all find like the solution and or the feedback that you were initially looking for. And so, if you were to click View under Hako, you'll see a list of the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the person's name who created it to check out their profile, either Twitter or GitHub, depending on where they signed in with. Then you'll have a filter list, so you can kind of filter it out to see the ones that you want, topics that you know of, and then you'll be able to request to join. All right, now as a, I think it went back one. Hold on, give me a second here. I think I accidentally double clicked. So let's say you create one, right? So you have to enter in a title, and then you enter in 3 keywords, things that will help another person kind of understand what it is that you're looking for, right? Because again, you can filter by keywords. And then you hit create, and then what you'll get is a link to your Hako. And so you can copy it, or you can like click to share on Twitter. Once you do that, you can join your Hako, and it looks like this. Now, your Hako in the upper right hand corner, you can leave it. And you can also open the menu, which, if I remember correctly, because again, I made this a while ago, it has like a list of all the people that are in there. I think it's been a minute. We got like a chat that we'll talk about later. This is where your screen share will talk about. Screen share will show up, which we'll talk about later. Now, here's a countdown timer. That's counting down to the next break session happens. Once there's a break, everybody goes on break. All right. You can copy the URL again, and you can share it on Twitter as well again. Now, admin controls. Now, when someone clicks join, they just don't join your room. They request to join your room. And you, as the owner, can see who's requesting to join your room. So under pending, you'll see a list of names. And you can click the name and open up their Twitter or GitHub, depending on where they sign in with, to check out their profile to see if they're the type of person you want to have in your room. Then you can approve or deny them. Now, let's say you approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person. Well, under approved, next to their name, you can see ban, and that'll kick them out. Now, as the owner of the Hako, you can share, you and only you can share your screen. And the hope is that by you sharing your screen, you can show exactly where you're having an issue or the thing that you want to get feedback on, so that other members of the Hako can have more context and be able to help you better. So there's the chat room. You can go ahead and notice regular chat room. Now, I also added audio chat. And so let's say you want to not have to type in everything. You just want to speak. So you're able to, using the speech recognition API, as you're talking, it will turn your text into speech and add it to the text chat. Now, if somebody else enables audio chat, then the two of you and everyone else that has enabled audio chat will be able to converse back and forth. And those conversations will be turned into text and put into the text chat. All right. Now, I actually have kind of like the opposite. So let's say you have the window, the Hako, somewhere else, another tab, you can't see it. Well, if you enable text to speech, things that are added to the text chat will be read out by your browser. And so there's that. So you don't have to like look at the text chat to be able to communicate with everyone else there. That's the hope. So that's that. And then again, you'll see the list of the different Hakos happening. And I think that's it. Cool. So I'm going to get y'all back to work because I've got work to do and I'm making some progress. It feels good. And so I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. And this is A Butta, Anthony Cruz, aka A Butta. The track is called Thank You, because I want to thank y'all for hanging out. And I will see y'all soon. And breaks happen 15 minutes after the hour. All right. So that's kind of way of judging it. So I wish you much productivity, and I will see you soon. And thanks for hanging out. And I hope whatever it is that you're working on, you make some progress. All right. Thanks again. I will see you soon. All right. Here we go.
I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I'm feeling like yeah. And everybody says yeah. We spread love like yeah. I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there